everyone, and welcome, oh my god, to not Bad Gal Brie. Welcome to Reality with Bad Gal Brie. I'm your host, Bryannah, and today we're going to be recapping Book Club. It's Book Club with Christine Brown, Sister White. I am fucking up this intro so badly, and there's nobody even here. Trying to start these intros out for YouTube, because if you go on my YouTube, you'll see my really weird intros of me just like checking myself, drinking a Gatorade. So we're trying to get this little intro to be a little bit better. But today we're going to be talking about, obviously it's book club, so we'll be getting into book club in a little bit, but we're also going to be chatting about Plathville and the recent episode of Plathville where the men just cannot handle their own emotions and completely just crash over their sister getting married to a guy they don't really know. And Kim is disgusting, so I cannot wait to kind of, oh my god, my hair. I washed it today and I didn't style it. I need to start being that girl that's like always has her hairstyle, but that's just unfortunately not me. So we'll be getting into Plathville and book club here in a little bit, waiting for more people to join the chat before we start talking Plathville and book club. So hello everyone who is finally joining us over here a little bit earlier today rather than the late night book club, which makes me a little sleepy, but that's okay. Okay, we got Nala sitting right next to me, ready to dive into Christine's book together, start talking all that shit and all that good stuff. So welcome everyone to book club. I'll just wait for some more people to get into a Z chat before we start. Like I said, take a little sip of these. Anyone has tried these? Amazing. 10 out of 10. So good. Okay, they're the San Pellegrino Italian Zest for Life Cody. Blood orange. So good. Oh my goodness. How was everybody's day today? Mine was boring as fuck. I'm getting a little sick. Okay, so it's not fun. So oh my god, Nala is so tired. So I was going to this meal pack thing tomorrow for my boyfriend's job, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't think I should still go. I got a little cold going on. So we'll see. Oh my god, we also, oh my god, hello Hannah. Those things are addictive. Yes, I'm loving them. I have those lime ones and the blood orange ones. So good. I honestly love any, not any, because I don't like a LaCroix. I don't really like bubbly. I'll drink a bubbly, but Spindrift and these are so good. But you guys, have we seen the Cody in Special Forces, his interviews and the latest trailer that just dropped? Oh my god, let me see if I can put him up in the background, because that, I always forget how to do this. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is it. Effects. Let's go to this one. Oh, can you see? This is Cody getting it at, in Special Forces. Then we also have this one. I feel like this one I can't show because I feel like this is literally not good for him. But let's go back to book club because hold on, we're ready. This, hold on, let's see if I can get a better one, or that. Cody with Johnny Manziel, absolutely and those teeth. Oh my god, look at those teeth. They're so bad. They're so bad. Those they just didn't finish the job. It just looked like this. These people are oh, it's his temporaries, it's his temporaries. What? They're not, these are not his temporaries. These are there. These are his new teeth, and they look so fucking busted. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Rob. Hello, Moonchild in the chat. Moonchild is so funny, you guys. Say hello to Moonchild. But they say, oh my gosh, Robin is going to be so jealous of how he's gazing at Johnny. Maybe if bolt of lightning had hit Cody. Yeah, no kidding. And I said this, Cody gets so fucking giddy. Oh, the sun is so weird. I don't know if I'm hot or not. Cody gets so fucking giddy and for other men, it's hilarious to watch. And I don't know if it's in a totally gay way, but it's definitely borderline something. And it's weird, and it's so funny. And he was just Johnny's trying to answer a question, and he's and Cody's yeah, perseverance. Cody, take a beat, brother. Let the man talk. Some tend to do clip-in veneers, temp veneers. Yeah, I don't think so, because he's had these for a minute. And, like, you'd get your veneers by now. Like, you would. Both my parents in a separate accident lost their 2 front teeth. And they had temporaries, and my dad only had them for, like, my dad's, like, not a celebrity, Cody. So he only had his for, like, I think, like, a week. Like, you have your temps just for a little bit. So, like, it's so bad. It is so bad. I can't believe, like, he's going out of the house like this, and that hair, like, we need to let the hair go. We need to let the hair go. You guys, we're only at 65 likes. We have 144 people in the chat. Make sure to be sharing this with your friends. Make sure we're commenting, following along, because we're going to get into book club here pretty soon. I want to talk about Plathville. Fuck, I didn't save any photos for Plathville. Oh my goodness. Let me go back and change this photo, because I feel like that's enough of Cody and Special Forces. Okay. We can kind of see. Is that better? No? Okay. You can't really even see this. I'm going to change it to book club. Hold on 1 second. Let me go and change. Oh, we can do this one with Robin in the background. I want Johnny's opinion of this longing gaze, though. He's the new Caleb, Cody. He's the new Caleb. Remember when Cody cried when they were leaving for Flagstaff, and it was because he was saying bye to Caleb, not his daughter Madison, but Caleb. Katarina says, Plathville's making me so sad this season. That entire family just won't Lydia have a moment. No, they won't. And it's really sad. It, like, makes me uncomfortable. The men, let's talk about Plathville. We got 162 people in the chat. Let's get into it. So, Plathville, I am still taking notes on it for this week's episode of my podcast, Reality with Bad Gal Bravery, as we know. And shout out to the new member of Patreon, you guys. Yesterday, we got 1 new member. So all of you go join. It's fun over there. I promise. Also, okay, so let's get into it. So Plathville, it was like, what, season 7, episode 8 or 9. It's the day before the wedding. And her brothers are just so mentally not okay. Like, they're just so emotionally unintelligent, and they cannot handle their own emotions. Like Ethan just started crashing out and started doing fucking his push-ups because he didn't know what to do with all of his emotions. Okay, number 1. Isaac had to drive away, call his brother and be like, dude, like, I'm crashing out over here, like, come talk to me. And instead of dealing with these emotions, and then they complain about Zach being messy and dirty, which I will say, yes, we saw Zach's room. You're on TV, okay? You are on national television. Maybe let's spruce things up a bit. Like, let's clean up. And I get he's a boy, came from a family of sisters, and I'm sure everyone's used to, like, he's used to people doing stuff for him. And so I can understand that in a certain sense of, like, him not knowing. And I was wondering, did anyone talk to him about, like, him being messy? Like, did we talk about him not cleaning, him not doing enough around the house? Or are we just crashing out and saying he's not clean and not doing anything for anybody, or, like, not a good provider? Is that what just happened? Like, I don't know. So that was a lot. Veronica, I absolutely cannot stand Veronica. I used to be like, ride or die Veronica, because, like, let's believe women, right? But this girl, Veronica, she's like, she thought she was having another moment with that jacket that she wore, just like a la Melania Trump. Okay, and I just found out she's Veronica's a conservative woman, so it makes a lot of sense. All right, but she thought she was having this moment with this coat. It's like, I really don't care. Do you? Like, girl, like, you're not, I'm sorry, you're trying way too hard. Like, you, and like, and I'm on Tegan's side now. I'm like, you do have one-sided beef with this girl. You're letting this girl affect your relationship for what? She's done nothing to you. She's literally done nothing to you. You made up this rumor, or you saw this rumor somewhere that she had an OF. You're trying to slut shame her at minimum, to, like, get all the guys on your side for what? Because you're insecure. It's so clear, and I'm just like, it's so sad to see, because she could have had because most people watch Plathville hate the Plaths. Okay, spoiler alert, we don't like the Plaths, right? So we'd all be like, especially, well, some people are super misogynistic within this fan base, just like the Plaths. But what was I saying? It's like being on live, you got, like, all these little things you're looking at all the time, and it, like, just makes me lose my train of thought. Misogyny in the Plathville world. Tegan, she's a stan. Or Veronica, which one? Who's that girl, 501? Oh, we got another person of the fan club. Shout out to Battle Blood Ridge. This kind of sounds a little scary, but hello, welcome. Katarina says, I would have been a Veronica defender, but now I'm like, yes, I'm the same way. I was like going hard for Veronica. Like if you go back and look at my old TikToks, I'm like, I'm team Veronica. I'm like, let's, I'll eat my hat. Sounds like a saying, maybe. I'm like, if she's wrong, she's wrong. And I'll be like, whatever. At least I stood up for like a woman's rights, right? Or like a man like being mean to a woman. Like I'd stand up for the woman any day. Like I'd rather be wrong about her, right? And that's what happened. Like I'm wrong. And like that's fine, but she's so insufferable and like not saying hi to anybody. Like you're causing your own problems. You're causing your own issues here and allowing them. Like there's a way to do things and not to do things when you have like family drama and family problems with your like spouses or your boyfriend's family, and like you're just giving them ammo to talk shit about you. Like you're giving them doing like, oh yeah, we were all right actually. Like she fucking sucks, Yeah. Insert Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, girl. I cannot stand this lighting today. Like, but if I park over somewhere else, it's like I have like the beam of sun just like on me, and it's like over somewhere else, it's like I have like the beam of sun just like on me, and it's like okay. Bailey, thank you, girlfriend. Oh my goodness. Bailey said, love your lives, boo. My comfort. I am putting these on YouTube, so if you do end up missing a little bit of them, or like they're too long and you just want to come back and rewatch, head on over to YouTube. Go subscribe over there. Okay. Trish, my girl, is back. I'm feeling a little bit better. Still a little sick. Not really the vibe, but not like I thought I was going to be all the way down. Like today. I was like, it's not going to be good. But we're doing better. So, and also probably just like a long weekend. Oh, thank you, Katarina. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Katarina. I feel like that's right. Hopefully that's right. Anyways, yes, we will get into a book club here in a few minutes. We are just talking about Plathville, spilling all the tea on Plathville, talking about how insufferable Veronica is, and Ethan is a man-child, okay? So is Isaac. Kim, what was that whole fucking thing that she was doing where she was like, when she, like, now she's on the train of, I don't like Zach, let's not like Zach, because this is too fast. We are, Isabella, if you go to, I'll post it on my Patreon, you can become a free member of Patreon, you don't need to, like, subscribe if you don't want to, but I'll post the link there, just so you can click on and go right to the Facebook group page, and it's also always at the bottom on the show notes of my main feed podcast, so head on over there, too, and you can see that down below, so you just click right on that. Okay, but Kim Plath being like now so against it. It's like we are at the final hour. We are at the nth hour, and now you're gonna be like, actually, I don't agree with it. I don't agree. What? It's a little too late. It's a little too late to be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And like, can we just give Lydia a break? Like, and also, this is the exact man that you raised her to start dating. You raised this girl to be super religious. Now she's super religious. You raised her to want to, I don't know, like save her first kiss till marriage, to be this super pure girl. And now you're upset that she's jumping into a marriage. This is typical of what super religious people do. Okay. And that's how you raised her. Now she's fulfilling that. And now you're upset with her. You're upset with him. And like Barry just doesn't give a fuck. Moonchild, I already know I'm gonna laugh at this. Between Kim's eye makeup and squirts and Robin's eyebrows and granny shirts, I'm done. You do not give the Cole's hates to see those girls coming. And also, I noticed about Kim's makeup, like we're not close enough to the eyelid, and like, which is okay. Like I get our eyesight goes as we age, all right. But we're not gonna put any on. We're not gonna put any mascara on. No mascara for Kim. Girl, you look so busted. My God. They should start a business together. My Sister Wives Prayer Closet. You know what? That sounds way better than My Sister Wives Closet. Okay, I'll just say that. At least we know what's going on here. All right, you guys. Is that enough of Plathville? Have we had enough? Have we covered everything of Plathville, or should we continue, or should we just dive right into the book? I'm thinking we just go into the book. We're a little lacking on people here today, but that's okay. We do this like fucking 5 days a week, and it's early today. It is early today that we're getting here. So let's hop over to the book. You guys, also, before we hop into the book, remember, I do have a Patreon, okay? That is Reality with Bri. Link is in my bio. YouTube is in my bio. Head on over there. All the lives will be posted on YouTube to rewatch. I don't think the live chat's there, which makes me look psychotic. But that's okay. It is what it is. Okay, what else was I going to say? Oh, I'll be recapping full episode of Plathville tomorrow, and that should be out tomorrow or Friday morning at the latest. So go listen to that over on Patreon and or podcast places. Okay, let's jump on in. I will answer this question before we jump on in. Trista, I watch Plathville. I'm watching obviously Sister Wives. VPR, I am in deep on VPR. I just started watching that, but I'm on the Rotten Hail Jax. I just saw that for the first time today, which blew my mind. Well, like, didn't blow my mind because it's Jax, and of course he's a fucking disgusting cheater. So that I watch, like, a lot of Bravo stuff, Housewives, all that good stuff. Used to be a 90 Day Fiancé-er, love 90 Day Fiancé. Now it's everyone's trying to be an influencer, and now I just it's too fake for me and I can't really get into it. I do like the other way though, but I haven't watched in a few years. Yes, so Trish, when the new season of Sister Wives starts, I will be doing recaps, obviously over on the podcast. We'll have recaps. I might hop on here and do we're gonna do something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it'll just be my initial thoughts. Or maybe we do watch alongs over here. I don't know. And we stop and pause, kind of reading the book. That's how I do my old episodes of Sister Wives, my Patreon. I don't know. Let me know, would you guys be interested in doing that? And sitting, that's gonna be it'll be a long fucking episode. But that would be fun. We could do that. All right, we'll talk about it. Let's get into the book. All right, so here we go. Chapter 24 of Sister Wife by Christina Brown Woolley. Sister Wife, you just love people. Right. So we started with Beach Ken and how Cody and the sinful Barbies were going. Okay, so this was, like you guys said yesterday, which I didn't clock, which was the Barbie movie. We're giving very much Barbie movie here. Okay. Oh, we have one more Plathville comment. Veronica not coming to the wedding. Girl, it's not a keg party. Yeah, that was really annoying. I think Veronica, again, she's always trying to have a moment, and she's very insecure, and I don't know why she thought Micah wants to fuck Tegan. There were no signs of that. There's just no signs of that. I don't understand. That was so far out of nowhere, and then it's having Lydia rearrange her whole thing for Veronica, so then she's can decide whether she's coming or she's not coming. It's not about you. This is not about you. Let's just have it focus on the bride and groom and not your drama. And then Amber, oh my god, this drove me crazy. Amber having to go up to, sorry, this is all over the place today, you guys. Amber having to go up to Veronica to say hi. Insane. Okay, Melissa, I did this for a cover for a TikTok because I was talking about Robin and Christine, and I didn't want anyone to kind of swipe away because not thinking I wouldn't talk about Robin. But this is just from the trailer, and she's can't wait to watch the episode because she's very nervous and she's pulling her goit down. And then I changed the background to Cody on Special Forces, and then this one popped up. So let's get into the book. No more Plathville. We're done with Plathville. Fuck Ethan Plath, Veronica, all the Plaths besides Lydia. She seems nice. Anyways, let's get into it. But she's also very annoying. I could not hang out with Lydia. Me and her would not be friends. I'd be you need to calm down. You need to stop saying, we're getting married. Enough. You're giving Christine Brown. Okay. Anyways. Great. Starting back on chapter 24. Right, so we started with Beach Ken and how Cody and the sinful Barbies were going to hell, and now we're moving on to burning garments? One day as we traveled home from a group trip, Robin made a request. I want to talk about garments, she said. Oh, Cody, I want to talk about garments. As a reminder, garments, otherwise known as temple garments or special Mormon underwear, are underclothes that have been blessed. But you guys, they're hot, especially our church long underwear version in Las Vegas. They may have been protecting us from evil, but they weren't doing much for heat exhaustion. I'm never going to wear them again, I said. I think they're a form of control, specifically aimed at women. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I believe that if you don't like how you look, then you're being controlled. Okay. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the fan club. Who's that girl? Thank you, girlfriend. Or person. No, girl. Okay, sorry. Like to be as correct as I can be. Anyways. The cut of the garments force us to wear long, frumpy clothes that were never in fashion. And when I look at my photos over the years, I was a frumpy girl. I don't want to be a frumpy girl. I don't think anybody does. Whoever wants to be frumpy? Who wants to be frumpy? Nobody. I surely don't. Oh, fuck. Okay, I don't know. I'm like, head's all spacey today. Okay. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be controlled. In fact, I refuse to be controlled. Thank you for the bananas. We're doing bananas gift day in honor of Mary Brown with the banana picture from her catfish. Yes. Bananas for Mary. Even though she's a bitch. Okay. Everyone else said that they had been wearing them because it was... Everyone else said they hadn't been wearing them because it was hot. But that they loved the church and they loved their garments. Okay, so Mary or Jen, like... What? Mary or Jen. Jen's not wearing garments. Mary or Janelle. My God. Kick-ass Army Girl is in the chat sending nanas all day long. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. We did good in comparison to day before. Day before, 77 cents. Yesterday, I was like, it was like $5. I was like, fuck yeah. We're coming up in that live game world. And there's like, this is a side note. Oh, if you hear any snorting, it's my dog Nala next to me. There's like ranks. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. I forgot to turn this down. It always scares me. There's like ranks in lives that you can get to. And I'm like, what? I don't get it. Anyways, it's fine. Sorry for the jump scare of that sound, you guys. But we'll get back into the book. Thank you for gifting those bananas. I can't see anything. Anyways, we'll just go back to reading. Great. I'm embarrassed. Okay. God, I'm sounding like Lydia Plath. Okay. But they loved the church and they loved their garments. We all took them off for filming because the lights were hot and wearing garments on set felt like sitting in a plastic baggie. That sounds like a nightmare. On media tours, we took them off to film because our clothes fit better, and then we put them on afterwards. That's annoying. I just started reading Anna. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't understand Mormonism more than just like you get a planet and like Joseph Smith, and like it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm sorry to the Mormons. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Anyways. So they're not wearing their garments. Great. I had always loved putting them back on. They were like extra protection. Before we left Utah, Cody co-taught Sunday school lessons. Of course he did, because he needs to be in control. The lessons were more about being Christ-like and less about the fundamentals of church. In Vegas, we didn't have a local church. We had truly baptized. We had truly baptized. We went one more church service in Utah, and then things petered out. Over the years, I had questioned my faith. I felt sure like my garments didn't make me a better Christian. I understood that membership in our tiny church didn't give us monopoly on doing good deeds, and I didn't believe God would create one true religion and then leave a billion humans to fight for their spot in the game of divinity and musical chairs. Okay, great. Love that, because I also believe that, right? Like, I think that's a good thing to believe in. And great. So let's more church stuff. And garments. Great. Hopefully Christine doesn't give us a food plan again. Or an exercise routine quality. Oh no. Here we go. Also, according to... God, people are just flying right by my car. My God. Also, according to our church, God said men are in charge. Seriously? What kind of God would come up with that plan? yeah, I don't really believe in that at all. I think that's insane. That's an insane thing to believe in. That's an insane thing. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, just like one gender's more. And we give birth. Like, we women do the most. Okay? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean we shouldn't be worshipped? Why are we worshiping the men? It's like, my God, this fucking patriarchy is driving me insane. Thank you for the rose, Drake Mama. Okay. Yeah. What kind of God would come up with that? Okay. Reset, Brianna. What kind of God would come up with that plan? I started to question members of our leadership. I didn't find them honorable, and on a personal level, I didn't care for them. The actor Virginia Hill accused him of stealing more than $1 million from her, and a civil court ruled in her favor, as well as holding that church leader embezzled teething money. The church chose replacement leaders who were strict on our children hated them. Okay, great. I feel like I just botched that so badly. Whatever. Just take a little sip. Okay. They wanted Cody to cut his hair. Oh no, we can't do that. No, I love Cody. He's my surfer guy. No, we can't cut his hair. No. It's time to cut it though. It's really time to. No, you just weren't paying attention. Okay, cool. It's time to let it go, especially now. It's falling out in rapid amounts. Okay. They wanted Cody to cut his hair. They said he couldn't pass the sacrament, bless and pass ceremonial bread if he didn't. Because Jesus had a crew cut. Oh, because Jesus had a crew cut. Yeah, this is so stupid. Again, more control from church. Yeah. But also, maybe they're just trying to look out for him. Maybe the church is like, hey, Cody, we can see that it's really balding a lot. We can see that, you're really losing it. Maybe, in order to, for us, our church to look good, don't Mormons want to always look good? Maybe it's time we let it go. You just, told them, hey, you can't do all this stuff if you don't cut your hair. I'm gonna go with that narrative. They're just trying to look out for Cody because he's, look how busted. Okay. And he's always, busted. Even, his flying Dutch boy haircut. It was never a good look. Okay. I told Cody I didn't think I could teach Sunday school anymore to our kids. I told him I didn't believe the articles of faith were the words of God. Those are the conditions of our religion, he said. I know, I said, I just don't think they're true. It was hard, and it took a long time to understand it myself because I loved being in the church and I loved my friends there, but I had lost my faith. I couldn't erase that. I couldn't be a hypocrite when that was one of my own complaints. If you're a Christian, the Bible says, if you're a Christian, that's what the Bible says. You're mocking the Bible here. Not cool. Okay. What? Don't come here for religious. We're not doing Bible study over here, babe. All right. We're making fun of the book. We're talking, we're snarking. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe just don't watch me. I don't know. And I don't really whatever. Anyways, Cody's hair is offensive to ramen. Ramen rocks. Kotex does not. Yes, exactly. Oh my God, that was just a crazy comment. Honestly, I don't know. What the fuck, you guys? That's so stupid. I believe in God. A God. What? Anyways, this is crazy. Let's go back. The LDS Church has what they call a temple recommend, where the bishop interviews you to make sure you're paying your teething and not drinking alcohol or having premarital sex, and that you still believe in the tenets of the church. If you're doing everything you're supposed to, you can go to temple. That's why Gentiles can't go to Mormon weddings. You have to be a Mormon in good standing to enter the building. Our church had activities recommend, which is similar, but prohibits a person from attending church activities if they don't tithe or believe in tenets of the faith. Okay, so they're like, hey, actually, guess what? You can't go to church unless you're giving to the church. You can't go. What if I don't have an extra buck that week? Yeah, I'm not supposed to feed my kid, but I had to give to the church? Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. This is why. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut about the LDS religion for a second. But what about all Aren't Mormons known to like soak before marriage? Like, what if I just lie? What if I'm just like, hey, actually, I'm in good faith. Like, I know probably lying's bad, but like, it's just like, I feel like all like the strict rules just creates like secrecy and makes people have to hide what they're doing instead of just accepting it. I feel like it's more about controlling people than it is believing in God. I mean, because God loves everyone. Jesus loves everyone, right? You'd think. Great. As I struggled through my religious crisis soon after our garment conversation, I planned to go to girls' camp with Isabel. I asked my sister if she would be a camp counselor with me. Sure, of course. But then 2 months before we were supposed to go, I had to update my activities recommend. They expire. And I knew I would have to go. I would have to lie. Oh, no, she's going to lie. Oh. Okay, you guys. Update. They caught the guy that shot Charlie Kirk. Allegedly. Oh my God, just read. Candy, I'm sorry, babe. This is book club. If you're new here, book club is where we're talking. We're chatting. We're not just reading the book because guess what? Illegal. Okay, I'm not getting hit with any lawsuits from Christine. This is book club. We read a little bit and we talk. You can go on Audible and you can get the book. You can buy the book yourself. So we can do that too. You can do that too. I'm just reading this for free. I don't know. It's crazy, right? You're doing amazing, sweetie. Thank you, Reese. All right, back to more religion where I'm going to put my foot in my mouth and get in trouble again. Anyways, could you imagine I get to heaven and God's like, hey, remember that one time you were on live? You didn't listen. You were talking shit about the Bible. You're talking shit about the Bible. Like, could you imagine? I'd be like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, that would be crazy. I guess it's whatever you believe in. Anyways, let's get back to the book. Class is now in session. Okay. So she had to lie. Great. All right. But guess what? She's not going to lie. She's not going to lie. Yeah. I'm going to be like, oh, you watched that live, God? My bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said some things. Probably not that good. Like, if you're watching that, you probably shouldn't see the rest of me in my life. Okay, great. They expire, and I knew I would have to lie. I couldn't lie to the bishop, just so my daughter could go to camp. I called my sister. I'm sorry, I said, I can't go with you. She understood. She's still part of the church and loves it, but I couldn't keep pretending. I stopped teaching Sunday school. I put in my earrings. I ditched my garments. I told Cody, and he asked how God felt about it. I told him my relationship with God was fine. Cody said, okay. He said, okay. Also, you guys, isn't this exactly what her mom went through? Like, I'm not believing in the religion anymore, which is great, because I think it's very flawed, but that's okay. Trish with the bananas and Once Upon a Time sent a heart me. You guys fucking rock. Amazing as we power through this chapter about religion. It's maybe not the most exciting one. It's lots of God talks. Oh, chapter 25, Cody. Don't make jokes with Oprah. I can't wait to get to that. Okay, let's keep powering through. Oh, what is that one? That one is so cute. A friendship necklace. Cute. Love it. Once Upon a Time's back in the chat. Okay. All right. I ditched my Okay, so she put her earrings back in. Remember that whole storyline with Aurora and getting her ears pierced? I'll never forget. We're gonna do that. But he can't go to Isabel's surgery. Makes sense. At some point, I had to tell my kids I was struggling after spending their whole lives convincing them it was all true, just as my mom had done for me. Man, I told Isabel I wasn't going to girls' camp anymore. That means I'm not going to girls' camp, she said. I told her she could go if she wanted to. But my girls are different from other girls at church. Once on the way home from camp, Gwendolyn knocked the wind out of me. All these girls want to do is have babies, she told me. They don't want to go to college. Oh, I said, my words gone. These kids didn't even need the threat of apocalypse to avoid higher education. I don't have anything in common with them, she said. Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine going to girls' camp, and you're like, I can't wait to have baby. Like, that's what we're striving for. kids. Like, and like, if you want to be a mom, like, I know some people that are destined to be a mom, but like, have a life. Live a little. Like, God. I'm not talking shit about kids. Like, I want to have a kid one day too, but I'm almost 30. Like, live your life. You know, don't be like 12 and be like, I can't wait to have a baby. God. Okay. I need to mention this comment. This is so funny. Everyone go tell K-Sicka you are hilarious. He was like making fun of the way I was like, he said, okay. No, he said, okay. Wait, I almost did house party. Okay. He said, I'm fucking cracking up over. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay. Oh my God. I don't have any. Okay, we already know she doesn't have any in common with them. It was a wake-up call for me. As much as I wanted my kids to hang out with a similarly modest upbringing, and as much as I wanted them to be part of supervised activities, and as much as I wanted them to have all the fun I had in the church growing up, we'd raised children who were different. We told them that they could choose polygamy or not. We exposed them to other religions. We raised them to want an education and to have friends outside of the church, which camp kids also didn't do. The church kids didn't, for the most part, watch movies. They didn't listen to music. It dawned on me. Yeah, so it's almost as if you raise your children outside of a closed community and expose them to choices and free will. It almost is like their mind grows and they, have other experiences. Crazy thought. Insane. You can also apply this to Plathville and be like, hey, remember they didn't listen to secular music, they couldn't watch movies, and look how fucking weird Ethan was, and now that he like had sex once and is a total monster and had alcohol, now he's a crazy alcoholic, he's insane. But I guess I shouldn't use Ethan as an example. Like, the young girls are now able to wear crop tops and stuff, and Mariah got kicked out basically for wearing a crop top. And now it's like all okay. And Kim is like, is so upset that her daughter is marrying a super religious man. Crazy. Insane. Yeah, not listening to music would be torture for me. I could not listen to podcasts. Or like watch a show. If I couldn't watch my stories, oh my God, that wouldn't be good. Okay. Our leader was the only one who knew the rule of God. I was required to follow, without question, a strict list of rules. I grew up afraid of the outside world in a sheltered community. We judge and even ostracize those who left the church. Check, 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 and check. I believe I grew up in a cult. Yes, we did. Yes, thank you. You did grow up in a cult. I believe I raised my children in a cult. Wow. Never thought we'd hear these words. Ask Robin if she grew up in a cult. Oh, no, Cody, we didn't grow up in a cult. We grew up in a really great time. No, it was really great. I grew up with friends and family who did and said and believed the same things I did. It was normal. I knew what cults were. Had even talked about how crazy they were, but I don't have horrible memories of abuse, ostracism, and being unable to leave. We say because we liked the people and we liked the idea. Yeah, most people who are in a cult don't even know they're in a cult. Like, they're not like, oh, this is a cult. Hey, we're in a cult. Woo! Like, no. Like, we don't, like, it's not. Yeah, the compound in Mexico didn't tip anyone off if they were in a cult. Was it? Not Rulan, Colonia Liberon. Like, that didn't raise any eyebrows. Be like, hey, this isn't right. Maybe. Same. Anyways. I had freedom. I felt safe. I had so much fun. I loved having a big family and my church community. When I chose to live plural marriage, it was an educated decision. I hadn't been brainwashed, but just like everyone else, I had a tunnel of thoughts with particular set of boundaries. Even before I believed we were in a cult, some of my kids figured it out as young adults. I had taught them not to live in fear. Yeah, I mean, she did have tunnel vision. She thought that she couldn't get the best planet of all the planets if she wasn't in plural marriage, so that's kind of leading you to that decision. Then her mom left and ruined her entire life because it ruined everything she thought that she knew. So then she dove headfirst into the religion even more, becoming more religious. Like, it was just a path. It was a path right to the cult, Cody. Anyways, I looked at other religions, hoping for something that made sense to me, but I haven't been able to find one that doesn't teach that there's something to be afraid of, that there's a devil or punishment from God. I'd rather live my life with hope. Losing my religion was a process, and I was doing it under the glow of a spotlight. I kept quiet as I tried to figure out how I felt and what I thought. I read Gabrielle Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back, Transform Fear to Faith, which is about finding direction to live in a divinely guided life while also trusting enough to let go, relax, and live joyfully. Napoleon Hill has another amazing book called Outwitting the Devil, which talks about how fear and jealousy hold you back from doing good things and what you want to do. Okay. Now Christine's giving us book club recommendations. I read The Screw Tape Letters by C.S. Lewis, which is a funny way of looking at things that tempt us. It was important to me to have a personal relationship with God, even as I begun to understood I wasn't part of a religion. I still believed in God, and God's opinion of me mattered. Great. Just lost my spot. Okay. Would God want me? Would God accept me? What kind of child of God am I? Oh my God. I like having someone battle on my side, and I like having God to talk to. Are you okay with this? I asked. Is it okay that I'm leaving the church? The God I talk to is relatable. He's open-minded and understanding. As I become stronger in my own identity, I thought God is fine with me and I am fine with him. I didn't need to be a part of a church, and I didn't need to buy into ideas about men's place over women or pierced ears. I'm sure losing one's faith is scary for some people, but for me, it was lovely. Oh my gosh, I've been so backward. I remember thinking, the world is full of people not to be afraid of. I believe most people are good, and they believe family is important, and they're doing what they can to make life better. We all want love. We all want family. We all want a safe community in which to raise our kids. The world has become more beautiful to me. Great. Thank you, Ruthie, for the rose. For this boring fucking chapter. Only thing I like was Cody had to cut his hair and making fun of that. That was pretty fucking hilarious. And the church, starting a rumor right here. Rumors started here first. The church told Cody to cut his hair because it looked bad. Oh, but that's against the Bible. You're making fun of the Bible, Cody. And someone literally said that to me. Lit it up, TikTok. Oh my God. Thank you for that once upon a time. That's exciting. Remember what kind of gift that is? But fuck yeah. Thank you. Okay. Almost at 10,000 likes, you guys. Keep on tapping that like. Share this with your friends. Even if you're here to make fun of me. I don't care. I don't care if it's cringeworthy. I do what I do because I'm having fun. But if you want to make fun of me and you're here to make fun of me, send it to your friends. Be like, oh, haha, this girl's so stupid. We can do that. We can also chat in the comments. Share with your friends. Make sure you're following along so you never miss out on a live. Or go join my Patreon, please. Or else I'll be upset. Thank you for the so popular gift. Shared the live, the lightning bolt. Who's that girl? Miss M. You guys are great. They said he cut his hair and wore extensions. I actually, Elizabeth, I knew that he wore extensions. Cody wore extensions for a little bit. Because someone said this. This was like a confirmed rumor from one of the sister wives on something. And I'm trying to clock it in the seasons. And I really think it's in season 2. Because he got a bad haircut. And he's like, oh my God, like, oh my God, my hair is everything. And you can kind of see where like it went from like not as full to like his flying Dutch boy haircut. That was like just like a little bit more full. What man has extensions? Actually, Brett, Rock of Love, Brett had extensions. I remember watching that show as a kid, way too young. Yeah, it's either season 2 or 3. I agree with that one. Okay. Great. Yeah, he can wear extensions, but he wouldn't get plugs for his receding hairline. Yeah, no, I don't understand why he doesn't get plugs. I just don't think he wants to shave it. I don't think he has time to shave it because they record every other week for their show. But it would really do him good. It really would do him good. Okay. Great. Back to losing our faith. Oh my God, I love Rock of Love. Me too. Daisy. I was like obsessed with Daisy. That show was a wild fucking ride. Like, that was... to watch that now or to have that now, we couldn't. We could never have that now. He would have to fly to Turkey, taking him away from Robin. But guess what? But he did that. He went to Morocco. He got away from Robin by going to Morocco for special forces. His hair knew a long time ago to leave him. Took the OG3 a little bit longer. Moonchild, your comments are so fucking funny all the time. Like, you are absolutely hilarious. So fucking hilarious. Okay. Tila Tequila, oh my god, I love Tequila. Yeah. Tila Tequila was crazy to watch as a teen. Thank you for the cat. I also agree. I also watched it as a teen. I was like, am I bisexual? Like, I had no idea. I was like, oh my god. Like, what am I watching? And guess what? Guess who I'd watch it with? Everyone, take a guess. Ready? 3, 2, 1. My mother. I'd watch it with my mother. Like, a little crazy. Okay. Let's talk more book, please. Okay, I agree. Let's go back to the book. Great. All right. God and community. Okay. I decided to stay with the family because having a family is separate from religion. But I was done with the church. The good parts of me didn't want to go away with my Jesus jammies. I believe in treating people well and fairly. I believe in all the things my mom taught me. I think there are many different gods and religions, and there's a beauty in that. I like to think that there's a presence, but what matters in my daily life is how I treat people, that I'm kind, open-minded, generous, and willing to give back. Okay, great. When we had pitched the show to TLC, we argued that ours was a civil rights issue and that as consenting adults, we should be free to love anyone we wanted. As I shook off a closed-minded religion, my kids helped me better understand that other communities that hoped for the same right. Yeah. Huh. And your religion hates gay people. How does that make any sense? You're saying the same things, but you hate... It's just crazy. Don't report my life, please. Thank you for the chilies, Ruby. You're amazing. I'm getting a little sing-songy like Christine. Oh, and we got 3, 5, 7. Oh my God. Killing it with the ice creams. Okay. Let's get back to the book. When Leon told us they were gay, I remember thinking, what a relief for them. Leon must have felt so much anxiety, but still felt safe enough to tell us. I realized that it didn't bother me at all. I just wanted what was best for them. I was relieved for myself too, because I had always known with 18 kids that some would come out, and I didn't know how I would respond. With love, I thought. Nothing has changed. It remained the same way when they came out as transgender. We had an incredible relationship in Vegas, and Leon was always at the house. I knew I loved them and it didn't matter, and I hoped they would find someone who loved them as much as I do. When Gwendolyn told us she was bisexual, I felt grateful. She told us and hoped she too would find happiness. I'm so proud of who she has become. Leon and Gwendolyn both now have wonderful partners. I had believed sexuality was a choice, and our kids have opened my mind. I love the conversation starting with I love conversations starting with me saying, teach me how to say this in a way that isn't offensive, because this is all new to me. Or what's better way to phrase this so I sound as accepting as I feel. Each time I progressed, I've realized I wasn't as open-minded as I always thought I was. And I keep working to be better. My mom had it right. You just love people. Great. I'm happy that she ended the chapter with that, especially this whole God and religious chapter, and ending it with acceptance towards the LGBTQ plus community, and accepting her daughter and Leon, and that's very nice. I'm happy and pleased with that. Okay. Moonchild said, polygamy is a civil rights issue is a little bit of a stretch in my opinion. I agree. Okay. 25. Oh no, do not make jokes with old broccoli. Okay. Okay, this is going to be the last chapter too that I read, because I got to go home and cook dinner. Oh, we're getting to the pictures. The pictures, Cody. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm going to put my bookmark. Oh no, we're not going anywhere. Just wait. Or maybe we'll stop. What page is it? Oh no, we'll okay. Great. Yeah, Peyton. Okay, so Ruby says Christine seems like a really good mama, but how did Peyton happen? He is a social problem. I think he, as many young white men do, went down the alt-right pipeline on social media, and just feels bad for himself because he thinks that he's a marginalized man, and oh, poor me, and that community just spoke to him. And it's just unfortunate, but that's what happens with, you know, that type of social media, and consuming it changes people. And I think you have to be like somewhat of a hateful person. I mean, look what happened to Cody. He even admitted, he had it in his Instagram bio, red pilled. Okay. So there's some of that already in there with like trying to, you know, really fit in with his dad, listen to what his dad was telling him about, and, you know, they get to bitch and moan about what they see on Fox News as an issue, instead of focusing on what real issues are and taking themselves out of their own privilege and just putting themselves in someone else's shoes. Because, okay, we'll take a sidestep here, and I think this is important to talk about. I, for a long time, followed my own parents' politics, okay? And it wasn't until I was in college and started questioning things, and there was a guy on Facebook, because I would, you know, be on Facebook and, you know, believing what my parents believed, and, you know, my whole life. And he, like, opened my mind and, like, was like, hey, this is actually, you know, why food deserts exist. Like, telling me all these things about other communities that I had no idea about, that I was just in my own white privilege of, and I usually get so defensive about that. Like, oh, I've gone through hard things. That's not what anyone's saying, right? And they just aren't willing to be open-minded or accepting of other people and other people's struggles. And I think opening your mind to that is so important, and to be educated and to continue to educate yourself is so deeply important as we age, and not get stuck in the same, you know, pipeline and stuff like that. And I think just having empathy is huge. Okay, sorry, but also, you guys, with that being said, Janelle follows RFK Jr. on Instagram. So does Madison, and I think Christine might too. So that's a little concerning, but whatever. No, it's fine. Anyways, let's get, some kids move away how we raise them. Okay. It's Always Sunny in Florida says, some kids move away from how we raise them, no matter how much we put into raising them to be good. Yes, I agree. I don't have kids, but I see that happening. Like, I moved away from how my parents but my parents raised me to, like, love everyone and be good, but then have these really weird, you know, politics currently, so, which I don't agree with, but it is what it is. Great. All right. We sued the state of Utah to challenge its polygamy law in 2011. Our case stated that the law violated our First and 14th Amendment rights for freedom of religion and civil rights. In October of 2010, a few months before we filed the lawsuit in July, we found ourselves and our lawyer, Jonathan Turley, headed to the Oprah show to talk about why we had fled Las Vegas. This is the worst time to do Oprah, I remember him telling us. I'm just going to tell you straight up, Oprah can make it or break it. If you don't impress Oprah, your lawsuit is going to fail. Oprah needs to like you. No stress. Don't make jokes, Oprah. Don't make jokes, Jonathan told us. Everyone thinks they can make jokes with Oprah. She's not going to understand. Don't make jokes with her. It makes it awkward for her. Just answer the questions and be yourself. Also, don't make jokes. Got it. No jokes. Oprah was lovely. She came out onto stage in these comfy looking shoes, and then she switched them out for pretty uncomfortable ones when we sat down. We laughed about that, and she said, I can't walk in those things, so I'm just not going to. Suddenly, she seemed like a real person. Okay, let's pause here for a second. I want to go back in the comments. Trish, thank you for the 4 roses. You are so spot on and inspiring. Thank you, Ruby. I appreciate that. I love that there's no hateful people in this chat. Love it. You guys are awesome. And this is amazing. Were they in Vegas before or after the concert in Las Vegas that had that tragedy? They were there for that. And that was a big reason why they wanted to move out. And some of their kids were supposed to attend that concert as well, which is what they talk about pre-leaving Vegas for Flagstaff. I also want to mention, they're in the original book by the Sister Wives. Robin, in her chapter, they talk about the Oprah experience, okay? And Robin's like, oh, she's just like me. She's just like, me and Oprah are very similar. You You and Oprah are similar, Robin. Girl, goodbye. You are not as similar to Oprah. Also, fun fact, I worked for Oprah. I did. It was my internship in college. I worked at Oprah Magazine, and I met her one time. And I had to, it was a big deal that she was coming in, because she surprised everyone for coming in, and she did the, her favorite things early. Okay. They were shooting her favorite things early. And I was, I don't know if I can get in trouble for saying this. I signed an NDA. I'll have to, you know what? I'll come back, and see, make sure my NDA is over before I say what I had to buy. Okay. I don't want to get sued by Oprah. That wouldn't be fun, babe. Okay. Suddenly, she seemed like a real person. Okay, and if you guys don't know, real is how they say real. So I just talk how... Oh, hold on. Fuck. I just talk how they talk because I find it funny. Like, family picture. Great. Okay. The show started, and we all chatted, and the things seemed to be going well. She asked me about being upset when I found out Robin and Cody had kissed before the wedding. She wanted to know why I was okay with that. Janelle and Mary were having sex with my husband, but a kiss from Robin was upsetting. Oprah asked hard questions, but we talked about it for a bit. Ooh, I should try to find that episode and cover it. That would be a good watch. Okay, putting that in the bank. Okay. Janelle, okay. But we talked about it for a bit. Robin was kissing a married man. Mary and Janelle were married to the man they were sleeping with. See? Simple. Janelle said some of our best friends are monogamous, and Oprah laughed. That loosened everybody up a bit. No jokes, though, Cody. Okay, great. And then Cody... Oh, no, here we go. And then Cody made a joke, and I can't remember what it was. I remember it wasn't funny at all. That's not funny, Oprah said. Ouchiest of ouches. I don't know you, she continued, and I don't know your sense of humor. He's probably like, yeah, my fat ass wife ate nachos. Haha. That's probably what he like. None of his jokes are funny, and literally, oh my God, I watched a clip of the family on Rosie O'Donnell's show. I was cracking up. Oh my God. Also, he was trying to joke in his interviews for Special Forces, and again, just not funny. He's not a funny guy. And he's giving very much Michael Scott again, which I'm appreciating. His personality lightening up again instead of just being so dark. Okay, you guys, we're almost at 20,000 likes. Amazing. Okay. Great. Okay. The interview continued, all of us with our hearts in our throats. Did Cody ruin it for polygamous everywhere by trying to make Oprah laugh? He was nervous, all of us were, and the attempt at a joke came out as a defense response. We felt so bad for him. I don't. What were you thinking? Jonathan said as soon as we left the set. You made a joke with Oprah. I told you can't make jokes with Oprah. I saw a piece of paper before we went on, Cody said. All the questions were about sex, and I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Okay, great. So you just make a joke. Like he said not to. Cody's like, hey, don't do that. He's like, I'm going to do it. Like, watch me. Okay. All in all, it was a wonderful experience. Oprah was one of my favorite hosts. Vegas had been stress-free as far as the law was concerned. Some neighbors made comments about the appropriateness of polygamy and about how we were all going to hell, but they chilled out. We weren't the worst neighbors to have there. And the kids had done well out of themselves as members of a polygamous family at their public school. The other kids, and they also were on TV, so that also helped. Our timing had been, the other kids had questions, but then our kids became part of their normal. Our timing had been good. Oh my God, am I okay? Okay. The other kids had questions, but okay, our timing had been good. There had been such a massive shift in people's ideas about alternative lifestyles, and we benefited from that. And yes, I see the irony in that. But we felt the fight in Utah was important. We drove up to see our friend Joe Darger. Fuck you, Joe Darger. You're definitely abusive, and you make your wives weigh themselves. I'm assuming. Great. That meant going back to Utah. As soon as we hit the mountains, all I could think of, oh, it's like we're home again. Everyone talked about how much they missed the mountains, snow, and our families. It felt important to win the lawsuit so we could go back. Joe has 3 wives, including 2 who are twins, and they all live in the same house. In our community, it's not unusual for sisters to marry. Sisters or friends to marry the same guy. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, friends, okay, fine. Friends, your sister, your twin sister. The Dargers, once upon a time, are a family that appeared on the show, but they tried, like, when they're on the show, like, you know how much shit we talk about the entire Brown family? Like, I'm defending Robin. I'm defending Cody when they're on the show because they pretend to be so perfect. It's disgusting and it's annoying. And they also try to have their own show. They tried their own show and they were just so insufferable. They're like, you guys aren't that, you're not that interesting. And they wouldn't show, like, the real them. Tom Green married a mother and a daughter. That's fucking disgusting. That's vile. I'm a twin and I could never. Yeah, that's, your husband's comparing you to. Like, there's no way he's not like, oh, your sister does this better, or wow, these boobs look the same. You know, like some weird shit like that. I don't know. Okay. All right, Joe. Okay, they're all good friends, and served as role models for us. They're super organized, usually on time. They seem to get along even while living in one house and using one kitchen. And they deserve the credit for pushing for decriminalization of polygamy in Utah, arguing the case and protesting at the state capitol. They found a senator who was willing to push a law, so they had been more politically active than we had. They had gone public before we did, writing a book about their family called Love Times 3, Our True Story. Ooh, maybe we should read that too. They're independent polygamists, so they're not affiliated with a church or a particular religion. All right, so now we randomly, in this chapter, have all of these photos. Now, I'm going to take off my background. Let's see, effects. Okay. Oh, okay. So, let's go through the pictures here. So, in the book, I have no idea how old I am, but this is me as a little girl wearing a dress sewn by my mom. Love that ponytail. Okay, and up here, Christine has hair. Okay, great. Love to point out, she's not wearing a yellow towel, Cody. Dad's favorite photo of me. Mom put my hair in pigtails and couldn't take her eyes off me, probably because I moved around all the time. This little mush mouth little baby looks like all of Christine's kids, like, mixed in one. This looks identical to Isabel here. Like, you can totally see Isabel, Gwendolyn. Genes are strong. An Easter portrait is one of before my baptism, one of my favorite dresses. Okay, great. I got braces in 8th grade. I loved that outfit. The shirt belonged to my other mother, who was so cool. And there's a picture of Christine in high school. Great. And we've seen this one on the show, this picture. And this is when she was graduating high school. And she's like, I had no friends and I was so fat. Wedding day with Cody. Photographed by Tana Allred. Okay. In which we know this photo. And we've seen this photo at a more unflattering angle as well. All right. Pregnant with McKelty. Photographed by Life Touch. Okay, let's see. All right. Again, looks like Aspen and Isabel all over the place. Great. And let's look at Cody. He looks like Gabe. He does look like Gabe. But Gabe is way, I think, more better looking. Okay. Me and Cody, a couple months after being married. Couldn't tell that he didn't love her. There. Oh, here we go for the tea, Cody. The family portrait with Aspen left and McKelty that Robin used to create the drawing of her, Cody, and her young children, which is this one. Yep. And she added little glasses to Cody in that. Like, what a fucking psychopath. God. Pouring sand at the commitment ceremony celebration. Why are we doing this? Okay. Yes, which we know. Why did you do this? And there is Christine's magical dress that was so busted. These two that got to go buy their dresses. And Mary looks horrible in this. And I will never, ever, ever forget the couch fabric that she used to have her dress sewn. And then Sam dressmaker's like, I can't fucking do this. And she was full blown crashing out over it. And then Norman's like, oh, I just happen to have this really sexy, really tiny, really like tight black dress that I can wear. Because Sam said she can't fix mine and like do it. And then I also have a matching one for Aurora. So it'll be really nice. It'll be really nice. Yes, the picture that created a moment that didn't exist, but now does, Cody. Okay. Oh, the commitment ceremony one. Oh, here we go. Our commitment celebration. Look at McKelty's hat. She's so glamorous. Hey, McKelty, what's with the hat? Okay. Yeah, McKelty. This is the most busted-ass hat I've ever seen. It's so weird. Okay. Oh, Nala, we're going to go home soon. Don't worry. Oh, my God. So many pictures. Okay. And we've all seen these. Aspen and Mitch's wedding. It's the last family photo we had done. Okay, so this is the last family picture of everyone. This is her favorite photo with Cody. The editor went a little crazy with that teeth whitener. I'll tell you that much. And then here are the other ones, which we've seen that photo before about 1 billion times. Okay, great. Show us the car. It's a little messy. It's we got Nala sitting right next to me. I just got this new car, actually. It's not a new car, but it's new to me. Traded it in earlier this year, Cody. And like Cody, I do like a nice car. Little Audi vibes. But it's not like an expensive Audi. It's like, well, I guess all Audis are considered expensive, but it's a 5, SQ5. Okay. Oh, now we have chatting with Dad on the day I married my husband, David. And then her and Peyton, and then we know David Woolley. This is beautiful. Okay. Cute, me too. Okay, great. When we sued Utah, it angered our church. By that point, they didn't feel like we represented them, and not all of us thought we did either. I had spoken out against some of their practices. Oh, okay. And they didn't want that limelight. We won our lawsuit in 2013 with the court saying man can't legally marry more than one person at a time, but there's nothing constitutionally that prohibits him from living with someone else. People do that all the time when you separate. You move in with someone else while you work out the divorce. But in our case, was later overturned on the appeal of a technicality. We had never been prosecuted for polygamy, so our rights had never been violated. That, of course, meant we still couldn't go home because of the threat of felony offense over our heads. Stay dangerous. What does that mean? Oh my God. Like, it's like, I mentioned the guy named Cody on Hinge and I kept saying his name like that. Oh, Cody. Hello. Always have the sports car money. I don't have a sports car, but maybe one day. Probably not. But anyway. Great. Oh my God, I'm like sweating bullets now. Okay. In 2017, the state upped the ante. They expanded the anti-bigamy law to make it a more serious second degree rather than a third degree felony if a domestic or sexual abuse was involved. And they exempted minors from prosecution. I'm all for coming down on abuse, but if people were afraid to report it, toughening the penalties wouldn't help. The new law also reworded the definition of bigamy. The old law said it's bigamy if a man is if a married man, spiritually marries someone else or lives with them. The new law says it's bigamy if he lives with a purported spouse while legally married to someone else. The state said it would prosecute polygamy cases only if abuse were involved, but it wasn't guaranteed. The Dargers kept after it, explaining that abused family members feared coming forward because the laws were too restrictive. No wife will say she was being abused if she risks going to jail or sending her family to jail on a felony offense if she says she's a polygamist. Joe realized the rights argument wasn't going to convince Republicans in Utah, so they kept working the abuse angle. In 2020, the Utah legislature passed a law that made polygamy among consenting adults an infraction. It's like a parking ticket. It's still a felony if you marry someone without telling your spouse or the person you plan to marry that you're married to someone else. It's a second-degree felony if a person is found guilty of polygamy as well as abuse. The governor said it's time to bring polygamous families out of hiding so they would be safe. No matter what else happened with our family, I'm proud we helped people see polygamy in a different light. Oh, okay, so that's the end of chapter 25. All right, you guys, like I said, it is almost time for dinner for me. I'm getting hungry, all right? I will read the beginning of this next chapter. Let's plug everything before we continue reading just a little bit more. Patreon, go subscribe. The link is in the bio. $5 a month. And you get more content than this. YouTube, if you miss a little bit of this and you came in late today, hey, guess what? Go over to YouTube. This will be uploaded tomorrow along with the rest of the lives. Should be up by then. Also, share this with your friends. If you have another Sister Wives loving friend, send this live to them. Okay? Like the live. And also, go subscribe to my podcast if you can, Reality with Bad Gal Brie. And also, any gifts you guys send here are more than appreciated. I appreciate you guys appreciating me and reading this and spending time. It's so generous of all of you. I again appreciate it all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, Trish, my girl in the chat. With that being said, Cody, let's get back to chapter 26. Can I just be with her, please? All the wives drove to San Francisco to... Oh, no. Oh, my God. I cannot believe we're going to stop here, Cody. This is the knife to the kidneys, truly. My God. All the wives drove to San Francisco to look for dresses as a bonding experience for the Brown family commitment ceremony. The ceremony had come up in family therapy as a way to celebrate how far we had come, to acknowledge what we had learned in counseling, and to recommit to each other at a point when things seemed pretty precarious. The shopping trip was fine, if awkward as far as the dresses went. The crew showed Cody back home completely clueless how to feed and take care of his 17 children. By that point, our kids took care of each other or themselves, but Isabel stubbed her toe and Cody burned steaks, and that was the end of it, which I will never forget. He takes Isabel, doesn't really even wash off her foot, and he's like, oh, just dump some alcohol on it. Okay. And it's fine. He's like, oh, I was just so busy. I actually threw all the steaks and the chicken on it and started a forest fire with it. Like, oh, I guess I fucked up because I was taking care of my kid. I was babysitting. No, Cody, it's saying you're parenting. You're watching your children, your kids. Crazy concept. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Okay, Cody burned the steaks. That would be the end of it. I love how she mentioned that too. It's fucking hilarious. In San Francisco, we discovered A, we all couldn't shop at the same store because of the size of our bodies, and B, we couldn't talk on the phone to Cody in front of the other wives. In reality, we had a great time. It was a fun trip. Before we left, 3-year-old Truly had been just sick enough for me to take her to urgent care doctor, who said she probably had the flu and sent her home. While we were in San Francisco, Aspen called me. Oh, God. Can't believe this is where we're stopping. I can't believe this is where we're stopping, but we have to because my tummy is a rumbling. But we will be back tomorrow for book club. What time should we go tomorrow? I feel like there's more people a little bit later. I know. We got to leave y'all hanging for something. Okay, you got to come back tomorrow for the rest of it. Maybe we'll do a little bit later tomorrow. I'm like 6. I feel like 6:30 Central Time is a little bit better for people. So let me know about that. As always, though, I will post a story because I think I have this meal pack charity thing tomorrow. So I will post on my story what time. So check that out, you guys. I am going to go eat dinner. Okay. I love you all so much, and we will catch you tomorrow. Go subscribe and do all the things you're supposed to do. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.